first things first, let's take a look at the Wall Street. And it doesn't look like, with the earnings season gaining steam, it doesn't look like it was a good day coming in for Wall Street.
Absolutely. In fact, Shreyanshi, morning, if you see 7 out of 10 earnings which are reporting numbers there, they are reporting good set of numbers. But then what is that has taken the mind space of US traders is higher for longer interest rate. Yes, that's the fear that has taken the mind space of the US traders, and that's what we saw yesterday also. Now, what exactly happened that US indices, they gave up some of the gains that they had built up. These were the strong set of gains that they had built up over the course of time, at least from the last week, what we saw, which was one of the best winning week for US markets also. Now, Dow and S&P both lost yesterday. In fact, S&P that slipped 0.18% to close at levels around 5,800, above 5,800. Dow also lost around about 340 points to close with a cut of 0.8%. The level that indices closed was 42,931. Now, this has clearly snapped a 3-day run of winning sessions. Nasdaq was the only outlier because that had risen 0.27%, and the index closed precisely at 18,540. Now, this fear was clearly visible on some pockets there. Consumer and home builder stocks were among the biggest losers yesterday. Now, fear about higher for longer interest rate that has crept up in the stocks like Target, which is down about 3.8%. In fact, Builders FirstSource, that was also off 5.5%. And clearly, this was also visible because state of the economy is very resilient, and now traders have this fear, market experts have this fear that is the interest rate going to be, are they going to be aggressive rate cuts the way we saw in September meeting? And it was clear on bond yield move. 10-year bond yield, that jumped again, rising nearly 12 basis points to close at 4.19%. Now, earnings will be very key this week also. 1/5 of the S&P 500 companies are set to report numbers, and among them are the major ones like Tesla, Coca-Cola, and even GE Aerospace. So far, the earnings are a good bag from US at least, not as what we saw in Indian markets. But then what is creeping amongst the fear that has crept in is about interest rate scenario. And we'll get you the Fed's comment also. Kashkari also made a comment on it.
Absolutely.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.